small birds migrate during the night, a strategy that helps them evade predators and allows them to feed in the morning when they land. Other species that can feed while flying prefer to migrate during the day. ProAves Foundation and Conservation International have led a national initiative of conservation and have taken the task of understanding the patterns of dispersion and movement of bird species in Colombia. They have established 27 bird monitoring stations all over the country, from San Andres Island to the tropical Andes and the Amazon. The Neotropical Migrant Monitoring and Conservation Program, financed by the Fondo para la Acción Ambiental y la Niñez and the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Services, seek to monitor and conserve bird species in Colombia through 3 different lines of work: research, environmental education, and conservation. When birds can be captured, marked, and then released unharmed, a lot can be learned about their movements and way of living. Capture and recapture of marked birds with numbered metal rings allows us to discover the initiation and length of migration, establish demographic parameters, and understand population dynamics and species ecology. It is a valuable tool to determine changes in presence and abundance of species in time, and this can be used to define effective conservation strategies. To be able to capture and ring birds, researchers need to go through an extensive training process that guarantees good quality in the information collected and, above all, the safety and well-being of the birds. Learning about bird movements and dispersion is a key step towards understanding how their abundances are maintained in nature. Environmental changes due to natural weather cycles or to human modifications cause changes in the migrant behaviors of birds. The Neotropical Migrant Monitoring and Conservation Program will continue to lead banding efforts in Colombia to identify changes in patterns of abundance, dispersion, and migration of birds in the country. When local researchers directly perform all monitoring activities and witness the result of their effort, the better the results that are obtained, and this is reflected in conservation efforts. This is why one of the main goals of the program is to train and build local capacity in all the necessary techniques needed for monitoring bird populations. Environmental education actions have the purpose of attracting interest about the lives and conservation of birds through different activities. One of them is the Migrant Bird Festival, an event that happens yearly between the 1st and the 31st of October. It is a dynamic and educational festival that focuses all activities on the sensitization of local communities. Keeping in mind that habitat loss is one of the worst threats that birds face, The consolidation of protected areas is a strategy that guarantees the permanence of adequate habitats in the long term. Migrant birds remain 8 months a year in the tropics. This represents more than 2/3 of their lives. Some scientists hold that there are really tropical species that only breed in the temperate zone. It is an obligation of tropical countries to guarantee proper conditions for the survival of these species. The Reinita Cielo Azul Natural Reserve, located in San Vicente de Chucurí, is the first protected area ever created to conserve a migrant species, and it's part of a series of 7 protected areas that have been consolidated by ProAves since 2003. In August 2005, the American Bird Conservancy and ProAves announced the installment of the first protected area for a bird that breeds exclusively in North America. The reserve protects the wintering habitat for the cerulean warbler, a migrant bird that has been experiencing rapid population declines in the last few years due to habitat loss both on its breeding and wintering grounds. The new reserve protects large areas of tropical Indian forests of the Chucurí River that divides the Santander department in Colombia. The area is one of the last remnants of well-conserved forest in the region and shelters a good population of cerulean warblers from October to January every year. The reserve also protects 3 species of critically endangered resident birds: the chestnut-bellied hummingbird, mountain grackle, and the gorgeted wood quail. It also gives refuge to various other endemic and endangered species. Maintenance of favorable habitats for migrant birds in Colombia and the tropics will guarantee their safe journey north and back again for many years to come.